In tonight's History's headlines, we recall the time when American steel companies went head-to-head with the president. Bethlehem Steel was among them.
A few gigantic corporations have decided to increase prices in ruthless disregard of their public responsibilities.
President Kennedy came out swinging at his news conference on April 11th, 1962. The subject of his ire? American steel companies, including Bethlehem Steel, that were proposing to raise prices by $6 a ton.
Some time ago, I asked each American to consider what he would do for his country. And I asked the steel company. In the last 24 hours, we had their answer.
The steel companies, of course, did not appreciate the attention.
Bethlehem and the others thought this was outrageous. How dare you interfere with the free market by telling major American companies what to do?
They had weathered a strike in 1959 and were facing new competition from steel makers overseas. U.S. Steel was the first to announce the proposed price increase. Bethlehem got on board next, followed by other big names in the business. Kennedy questioned the timing of the whole thing.
With the Berlin crisis, with the situation in Cuba, with the situation in Vietnam, that it was unfair to expect the American people to now have to deal with more expensive goods and inflation.
It probably didn't help that Bethlehem Steel was the subject of a Fortune magazine piece on newsstands that same month, in which one executive was quoted as saying the company was poised to make more money than ever. Following much outcry, the price hike proposal was withdrawn.
Some historians, business historians, they look at it and say, well, it was the beginning of the decline of the steel industry in America.
Others say the steel business already was showing its age and the downfall was inevitable. Bethlehem's blast furnaces would be silenced 3 decades later.
And remember, there's always more to the story at WFMZ.com. You'll find History's headlines in our features section on our main page, and we'll be